Hey there, family and friends. Welcome to my kitchen. Sandy here. Today we are going to do a legacy gem from my recipe box for baby back ribs. I've got a nice rack here. It's about 3 1/4 pounds. It's fresh. If you had it in the freezer, just defrost it. And I've got it on a lined cookie sheet. So I put some aluminum foil down on the cookie sheet itself, and then I put some longer pieces on top of that because we're going to wrap these ribs. We're going to put them in the oven and we're going to bake them low and slow at 250 degrees for about 5 to 6 hours. And the reason it's a legacy gem is because the things that I put on top to flavor the meat, which is on the recipe card, which will be at the end of the video for you guys, we're just going to sprinkle on top, and they're ingredients that I've kind of come up with over the years that I think give the meat a lot of flavor and that I like a lot. It's a legacy gem because, of course, you can put whatever seasonings you like on top of the meat and then put it through the same process, and it'll be your concoction for ribs, for your legacy gem. But for this, for mine, it's really simple. So it's a little bit of salt, just sprinkle. So what we're going to do is just sprinkle the meat generously with, I think we've got 5 ingredients, and that's as simple as that. So a little bit of salt. This is a really nice rack too. It's marble, it's got a little bit of fat, and the reason for all aluminum foil is because the meat does emit a lot of fat juices when it cooks. So we need something to catch those. Some pepper. So a little pepper goes on. Just drizzle around. All right, salt, pepper. Then I will put some garlic powder. So garlic powder or that dried garlic, either one of those is good. This is like a granulated garlic powder, so it goes on really nice. But if you've got regular garlic powder, that's fine. If you'd rather, this is where it becomes a legacy gem, right? If you want to rather put onion powder and you like that better, give that a try. Then I'm gonna put on some cinnamon, secret ingredient. This gives the meat a really, really nice sort of sweet flavor. And I just really like it. So don't go too heavy with the cinnamon, because if you go too heavy, it'll be a little too spicy. So just a little bit of cinnamon. I missed a spot. All right, and the last ingredient is brown sugar. So I have the granulated kind, which will go on nice and easy because it's dry, but you can, any kind of brown sugar that you have, regular brown sugar that's a little bit moist would work just as well. But you can hear it hitting the foil because this is, it's a dried, freeze-dried kind of sugar. If you have turbinado sugar, you want to do something like that. Anything that's kind of brown, that it's going to give it some nutty flavor, it's going to be good. And you do not have to treat this aluminum foil at all, because you don't need to spray it with anything or put any olive oil down or anything, because the meat's going to emit that fat for you, so that'll take care of that. It will not stick. And put that on there. And the last ingredient, I said brown sugar was the last, but it's not, is thyme. Fresh thyme or dried thyme. That goes on at the very end. So the thyme gives it a beautiful, beautiful, fresh, if you got lemon thyme, that would be nice too. This is just your regular everyday thyme that I grew in the garden. But like I said, dried is fine as well. Or even if you have a thyme powder. I don't even know if they make a thyme powder, but anyway, thyme. Thyme. So that's it. Easy breezy. We're done. So now we're going to wrap this up. Let's take those bigger pieces and pull them up around the meat. you've got it all nice and wrapped tight so that the juices stay into this rack, and they're going to help tenderize that meat. So 5 to 6 hours at 250 degrees in the oven. The house is going to smell wonderful. At the end of that time, T-I-M-E, we are going to then take them out of the oven. We're going to open that tin foil, take them out of their own juices, set them on a platter, and kind of let them sit and become room temperature. And then when you're ready to serve them, all we need to do is take some of your favorite barbecue sauce, slather that on. You can bring them out to the grill, warm them up through, let them char a little bit, and serve them. Remember, they're cooked all the way through because they've been in the oven all that time. Or if you wanted to, you can, put them on another cookie sheet and put them back in the oven with that barbecue sauce on there, baste them a little bit, and then serve them. So like I said, doesn't take a long time. Legacy gem, because you can change up those spices and flavors you put on the meat any way you want. It's a great thing to stick in the morning and have done and ready to go when you're ready to eat in the evening. So we will see you in 5 to 6 hours and show you what these ribs look like when they come out of the oven, and before we put that barbecue sauce on, and then of course we'll show you the finished product. So see you in a little bit. From my recipe box, we've got ribs. All right, so our ribs have been baking at 250 for about 5.5 hours. They are nice and tender, fall off the bone. I showed you some pictures of what they look like coming out of the oven. So we took them out of their foil, we removed all of the grease, and we've put it back on the cookie sheet on the aluminum foil we had underneath, and they are ready to either go on the grill or back in the oven or under the broiler, which I think is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to put them under the broiler and get them nice and brown. So get your favorite barbecue sauce and just start to slather that on. Whatever barbecue sauce you like is going to work fine with this. And we're just going to keep piling this barbecue sauce on here so that these ribs are nice and covered and delicious. And then what we're going to do is put them, like I said, under that broiler, or you could put them on the grill just to give them a little char and a little extra flavor. And then we're ready to eat. So you can serve a little barbecue sauce on the side if you like. If you make your own homemade, that would be delicious. But either way, these are going to be really good. So we will finish dousing these, get them under the broiler, and we will show you what they look like when they're ready to eat. All right, everybody, the ribs are done. Fresh out of the broiler, nice and brown and delicious. A true legacy gem. My baked barbecued ribs from my recipe box to yours. I hope you enjoy them and make them your own. Until next time, take care, everybody. Bye.